Commander Jisoo stood at the window of the spaceship's observation deck, staring out into the dark space. The stars were like tiny sparks scattered across a black cloth. The planet below looked strange and wild, with dense forests of strange, glowing plants. The mission was simple: explore this new planet and see if it had any life. But Jisoo could not shake the feeling that this place held secrets, maybe even dangers. "Commander," said Dr. Min-suk, the ship's scientist, walking into the room with a tablet in his hand. "We have finished scanning the surface. There are signs of life. But it's different from anything we've seen before." Jisoo nodded. "Good. Prepare the team for a landing. We need to learn more." The ship slowly descended through the thick atmosphere. The air outside was thick with strange smells, but the ship's filters kept it safe inside. The forest stretched endlessly below, filled with huge trees that looked like giant crystals, and vines that moved as if they were alive. Jisoo and 4 other crew members suited up in their exploration gear. There was Hana, the tough security officer, Min-suk, the scientist, Yejin, the medic, and Seung-ho, the pilot and engineer. They all felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. The airlock opened with a hiss and they stepped out onto the alien soil. It was soft and cool under their boots. The colors of the forest were strange, with blues and purples shining faintly under the canopy. "Stay close," Jisoo ordered. "We don't know what's here." They moved carefully through the forest. Strange sounds echoed around them, clicking, whispering, and a low growl somewhere far away. Hana held her pulse rifle ready, eyes sharp. Suddenly, from behind a cluster of glowing bushes, a figure appeared. It was a woman, but not like any woman they had ever seen. She was tall and strong, with sharp, wild eyes that glowed faintly yellow. Her skin was covered in soft fur, dark and shiny like a beast's coat. Her hands had sharp claws and her teeth were pointed and sharp, flashing in a cautious smile. She had long hair that flowed like a dark river, and 2 small horns curved back from her forehead. The alien Beastwoman looked at them with a mixture of curiosity and warning. "Who are you?" Jisoo called out, trying to keep his voice calm. The Beastwoman's voice was soft but strange, almost like a hiss. "I am Hana," she said. "I live here. You are not welcome." Jisoo looked at her carefully. "We come in peace. We want to learn about your world." Hana showed her teeth again. "This world is dangerous. My bite is poison. It kills." The crew froze. Hana's words sent a chill through the team. "Poison?" Yejin asked, stepping forward slowly. "What do you mean?" Hana lowered her head, a little, her eyes sad. "My bite carries venom. It spreads slowly. It hurts those who are bitten. It will kill them if the poison is not stopped." Min-suk's eyes lit up with scientific curiosity. "Is there an antidote, a cure?" Hana looked at him carefully. "I am the cure. Only I can stop the poison. But it also hurts me." Jisoo took a deep breath. "Why are you here? Why did you come to us?" Hana's gaze softened. "Because I need help. My poison is also my curse. It is killing me from inside. I must find a way to stop it before it is too late." The team looked at each other, unsure what to think. Hana seemed dangerous, but also vulnerable. Jisoo stepped forward, slowly. "We will help you if you want, but you must promise not to hurt us." Hana nodded, showing her sharp teeth once again, but this time it looked like a small smile. "I promise." For the next days, Hana stayed with the crew, slowly gaining their trust. She moved with grace, powerful and fast. At times, her claws scraped the ground or trees, leaving marks that glowed faintly. The crew learned she was from a species called the Karanthi, a group of beast-like humanoids who lived in this forest long before humans arrived. Hana told them stories of her people's curse. Long ago, the Karanthi had been peaceful, living in harmony with the forest. But something changed. A strange illness spread through their bodies. Their bites became venomous, poison that would harm any creature they bit. This poison was uncontrollable, and it spread slowly, hurting everyone, including themselves. "We are trapped by our own venom," Hana said sadly. No one else can cure it. Only I carry the cure inside me, but the poison spreads. I feel it killing me. Minsuk was fascinated by her biology. If you carry both the poison and the cure, maybe we can find a way to help you. Hana looked hopeful but tired. I have searched for many cycles. I need help before my body fails. Jisoo nodded. We will do everything we can. But the forest was not as safe as it seemed. One evening, as the sun's light faded and the forest glowed, with bioluminescent plants, a distant roar echoed. The team froze. It was a sound of a large beast, but it was not alone. Something was hunting Hana. Jisoo's hand moved to his rifle. Prepare for danger. Suddenly, through the trees, strange figures appeared, tall and armored, with weapons that shone cold light. They were alien hunters, not from Hana's people, but from a ruthless group that saw her venom as a weapon. General Taekyung led them, a cruel leader who wanted to capture Hana and use her venom to control the galaxy. Hand her over, Taekyung shouted. She belongs to us now. Hana growled, her eyes flashing yellow. I will not go with you. My venom is a curse. I want to save my people, not be a weapon. Jisoo stepped between them. We protect her. You must leave. The hunters laughed, ready to fight. The forest exploded with gunfire and claws. The battle was fierce. Hana moved like lightning, her claws tearing through armor. The crew fought, bravely. Jisoo's team had technology, but Taekyung's hunters were brutal and well-trained. In the chaos, Hana was bitten by one of the hunters. The venom started to spread through her veins. She staggered, pain flashing across her face. We have to help her, Yejin cried, catching Hana before she fell. Minsuk worked quickly, trying to understand the venom's effect. Hana's body was strong but fragile. The poison inside her was killing her slowly. But she was the only one who could stop it. Jisoo looked at Hana, determination in his eyes. We will find the cure, together. The hunters retreated, but the danger was far from over. Hana's poison was not just a weapon, it was a key to survival and a terrible curse. As night fell over the strange forest, Jisoo and his team knew their mission had changed. They were no longer just explorers. They were protectors of a Beastwoman with a venomous bite, and the hope for her people's future. The ship's laboratory was quiet except for the soft hum of machines. Dr. Minsuk stood over a table filled with samples and glowing screens. Hana lay on a medical bed, her breathing slow but steady. The poison inside her was strong, and the cure hidden deep within her body was faint but real. Minsuk studied the strange venom carefully. It was unlike any toxin he had seen before. The venom was complex, part poison, part medicine. It spread through the body, damaging tissues and nerves, but at the same time it carried something unique. A tiny part of the venom acted like a cure, fighting the damage from inside. This is amazing, Minsuk said quietly to himself. She is both the victim and the healer. Hana opened her eyes slowly. Her sharp gaze met Minsuk's. Do you understand now? Minsuk nodded. Your venom is a curse, but inside it is the key to a cure. You carry both. It is why you survive, but it also harms you. Hana closed her eyes for a moment. It is a curse my people have suffered for many generations. Our bite poisons others, but only I can cure myself. Without the cure, I will die. The others gathered around. Jisoo's face was serious. Can you control the venom inside you? Hana shook her head slowly. No, it is part of me, but it grows stronger every day. If I bite someone, they become sick. If they do not get the cure, they will die. I must be careful. Yejin, the medic, looked worried. Can anyone else survive the venom? No, Hana said softly. Only I have the cure inside me. Others who are bitten will die. Minsuk tapped on his tablet. If we can find a way to isolate the cure molecule inside the venom, we may be able to make medicine. We can save your people, and anyone else bitten. Hana's eyes brightened with hope, but her voice was weak. I want to believe that, Days passed as Minseok and the team worked around the clock. The ship's laboratory was filled with the soft glow of instruments and the quiet murmur of scientific voices. The samples of Hana's venom were analyzed again and again. Minseok explained to the crew, "The venom works like this. When Hana bites, the venom enters the victim's body. It slowly attacks the nervous system, causing weakness and pain. But inside the venom is a special protein. This protein stops the poison, but it is only active in Hana's body." Jisoo frowned. "Why is the cure only inside her? Can't we find a way to give it to others?" Minseok sighed. "The cure is part of her DNA. It works only in her body because of a symbiotic relationship. Her body and the venom work together, like a team. It is complicated." Hana listened quietly. "If you can find a way to separate the cure, it could save many lives." But there was more to the story. One evening, as the ship floated silently above the alien planet, Hana told the crew about her people's history. "The Karanthi were once many and strong," she said, her voice soft like a whisper. "We lived, with the forest hunting and gathering, living as one with the land. Then the sickness came." Her eyes grew distant. "It started with a bite from a wild beast, a venomous creature unlike any other. The venom infected us, changing our bodies. Our bites became poisonous, spreading the sickness." Minseok asked, "Did anyone try to find a cure before?" Hana nodded. "Many tried, but none succeeded. The poison changed us too much. I am the only one left who carries the cure." Jisoo looked troubled. "If you are the only one, what happens when you die?" Hana's voice was barely audible. "Then the curse will spread until my people are gone." The room was silent. The weight of her words hung heavy in the air. Yejin placed a gentle hand on Hana's arm. "We will do everything we can to help you." Suddenly, the ship's alarms blared. The team jumped into action. "Unknown ship approaching fast," Seungho said from the control room. "It's not responding to our signals." Jisoo's eyes narrowed. "Prepare for possible attack. Keep Hana safe." The crew gathered weapons and protective gear. Hana stood by, ready to defend herself if needed. The ship's main screen showed the enemy vessel, large, dark, and covered with weapons. It belonged to General Taekyung's forces, the same hunters who had chased Hana in the forest. The enemy ship fired warning shots. "We are not alone," Jisoo said. "They want Hana. We must protect her." Hana clenched her fists. "I will fight. I cannot let them take me." The enemy ship closed in fast. Jisoo gave orders to prepare for battle, but he hoped it would not come to that. They wanted peace, but war was near. The enemy ship sent a message. "Surrender the Karanthi Beastwoman or be destroyed." Jisoo replied calmly, "We protect her. We will not surrender." The enemy ship opened fire. The battle was fierce and loud. Laser beams flashed across space and explosions rocked the hull. The crew worked as one, piloting the ship, defending it with weapons and shields. Inside the laboratory, Hana felt the poison in her body grow stronger. The stress and injuries made the venom move faster through her veins. Yejin worked quickly to help her. "You need rest. The venom is reacting." Hana shook her head. "I must help. I am strong." Minseok joined Yejin. "We must find a way to stop the poison before it kills her." Jisoo's voice came over the radio. "Hold the line, don't let them break through." Hana moved to the security room, ready to fight if needed. Her claws flashed and her body moved with power and speed. She was dangerous, but also fragile. The enemy ship fired a powerful beam, hitting the ship's engine. The ship shuddered, and lights flickered. Seungho struggled at the controls. "We are losing power. We must repair quickly." Jisoo shouted, "Everyone, prepare for emergency landing on the planet if needed." The battle continued, but the crew's courage was strong. Hana fought with fierce determination, protecting her new friends. She knew that if she lost, the poison would spread further and her people's fate would be sealed. Finally, after hours of fighting, the enemy ship retreated, badly damaged. Jisoo breathed a sigh of relief. They are gone? For now. Hana collapsed into a chair, exhausted. Min-seok hurried to her side. We need to act fast. The poison is stronger. Yejin nodded. We will do everything we can. Jisoo looked at Hana. We will find a cure. You are not alone. Hana smiled weakly. Thank you. I hope you are right. Over the next days, Min-seok and his team worked harder than ever. They studied Hana's venom and body, searching for ways to separate the cure from the poison. Min-seok explained his idea. If we can create a synthetic version of the cure molecule, we might be able to make a medicine for others. But we need more time and samples. Hana agreed to help. Take what you need. The bond between Hana and the crew grew. They shared meals, stories, and dreams. Hana showed them parts of the forest and told them about her people's culture, how they valued strength, honor, and survival. Jisoo often watched her, impressed by her courage and determination. You are stronger than you know. Hana smiled. I have no choice. The poison pushes me. One night, as the ship floated over the glowing forest, Hana stood by the window again. The stars shone bright, but her thoughts were dark. She whispered to herself, I must find the cure before the poison takes me. The forest below the spaceship was alive with strange noises, whispers of leaves, the calls of unseen animals, and the quiet hum of glowing plants. Hana looked out the window, her sharp eyes scanning the alien landscape. She could feel the poison inside her growing stronger each day. It was a fight she could not win alone. Commander Jisoo stood beside her. We have to prepare. Taekyung's hunters will come again. They want to take you. Hana's claws clenched. They see my venom as a weapon. They do not understand the curse. Min-seok joined them, holding a datapad filled with new findings. Our research shows the venom could be a powerful weapon, but it could also save lives if we find the cure. Yejin entered with medical supplies. Hana, your condition is getting worse. You need rest. Hana shook her head. I cannot rest. The hunters will come. We must be ready. Jisoo looked at his team. We cannot fight them alone. Hana, will you help us fight them? We must protect you. Hana nodded slowly. I will fight. But we need a plan. Days later, the hunters returned. Their ship was dark and large with sharp edges that cut through the sky. It landed near the edge of the forest. From it, soldiers poured out, tall, strong, and armed with deadly weapons. General Taekyung, a fierce man with cold eyes, led them. His voice was like ice. Hana, surrender now. Your venom will bring us power. Come with us. Hana stepped forward, claws ready. I will never let you use my poison as a weapon. Jisoo raised his hand. We will protect her. The hunters laughed. You humans are weak. You cannot stop us. The battle began. Hana moved like a shadow in the trees. Her claws flashed, her eyes glowing bright. She was fast and fierce. The hunters were surprised by her speed and power. Jisoo and the crew fought beside her. Min-seok fired his energy weapon while Yejin tended to the wounded. Seung-ho repaired the damaged ship equipment as quickly as he could. Despite their courage, the hunters were many, and their weapons were strong. One hunter aimed directly at Hana. A sharp dart flew through the air, hitting her shoulder. Hana growled, in pain as the venom inside her reacted quickly. Jisoo ran to her side. Are you okay? Hana struggled to stand. The poison? It is spreading. Yejin quickly injected an emergency antidote they had prepared from Hana's saliva. The medicine slowed the poison but did not stop it completely. Min-seok said urgently, This is temporary. We need a real cure. The battle raged on, but the hunters started to retreat. They had lost many soldiers and did not expect such resistance. Taekyung's voice came over a loudspeaker. This is not over, Hana. You will belong to us soon. Hana spat back. I will never belong to you. The hunters disappeared into the night. After the fight, the crew returned to the ship, tired but alive. Jisoo looked at Hana with respect. You fought well. Hana nodded, but her face was pale. I am weaker. The poison grows. Minsuk joined them with new data. We have made progress. I think we can create a cure, but it will require a special process. Jisoo asked, "What kind of process?" Minsuk explained. "The cure is part of Hana's body chemistry. We need to create a symbiotic bond, a connection between the cure molecule and the body it protects. Without this bond, the cure will not work." Hana looked confused. "What does that mean?" Minsuk smiled gently. "It means the cure must live inside the body. It is not just medicine. It becomes part of the person." Jisoo said thoughtfully, "So the cure must be accepted by the body to work." "Yes," Minsuk said, "but this is risky. The process could change Hana's body forever." Hana's eyes shone with determination. "If it saves me, I am willing." The next days were hard. Minsuk worked to prepare the cure prototype. The team helped by collecting more samples of Hana's venom and blood. Hana felt the poison in her veins, burning and slow. At times she could not stand. But she refused to give up. One night, Hana sat alone outside the ship looking at the stars. Jisoo joined her. "Do you miss your people?" Hana nodded slowly. "Yes, but I fear I am the last," Jisoo said softly. "You are not alone anymore. We will help you." Hana looked at him, a small smile on her lips. "Thank you, Commander." Suddenly, the ship's alarm rang again. Sung-ho reported urgently, "Hunters are approaching from the east. They found our location." Jisoo ordered, "Quickly. Prepare defenses. Hana, can you help hold the forest line?" Hana nodded. "I will stop them." This time, the hunters came with more soldiers and stronger weapons. The battle was fierce. Hana used all her strength and venomous claws. The forest echoed with roars and gunfire. Jisoo and his team fought bravely, but the hunters were clever. They tried to trap Hana and capture her alive. Minsuk shouted, "We cannot let them take her." Hana was cornered by two hunters. She bit one, releasing her venom. The hunter screamed and fell, but the poison began to spread inside her. Jisoo fired his rifle, driving the other hunter back. Hana's body trembled from the poison inside her. Yejin rushed to her side. "We must get you back to the ship." The team retreated, fighting through the enemy line. Back on the ship, Minsuk prepared the cure prototype. Hana lay on the bed, breathing hard. Minsuk injected the medicine carefully. Hana's eyes closed. As the cure worked its way through her body, minutes passed like hours. Then Hana opened her eyes. "It is different. I feel the poison slow." Jisoo smiled. "It is working." But Minsuk warned, "This is only the start. The full process will take time and more tests." Hana nodded. "I will wait, I have no choice." The bond between humans and Hana grew stronger. She shared stories of her past, how her people once lived freely before the curse. She taught the crew how to move silently in the forest and how to recognize danger. In return, the crew shared their technology and knowledge. Together, they planned how to protect the ship and the forest from the hunters. Jisoo said, "We will not let them win." Hana's eyes shone bright. "Then we fight, together." One night, as the stars shone overhead, Hana stood on the ship's deck. The poison was still inside her, but hope was alive. She whispered to the wind, "I am the curse and the cure." And with that, the future was uncertain, but full of new strength. The strength of a fragile alliance between a venomous Beastwoman and her human protectors. The days grew longer, and the poison inside Hana grew stronger. But so did the hope. Minseok worked tirelessly in the lab, developing the cure from the venom's secret. The small vial of glowing liquid on the table was their greatest hope. Jisoo stood by watching Hana carefully. She moved slower now, her breathing shallow. The poison inside was like a storm tearing at her from within. "Hana, how do you feel today?" Jisoo asked gently. Hana forced a smile. "I feel weaker, but the cure may change that." Yejin checked her vital signs. "Her heart rate is irregular. We must act soon." Minsuk entered the room with the cure. This is it. The first full dose. If it works, it could save her life. Hana looked at the small vial, then at the faces around her. I trust you. With steady hands, Minsuk injected the cure into her arm. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, Hana's body trembled. Her eyes closed and a soft moan escaped her lips. Jisoo held her hand. Stay with us, Hana. The next hours were a battle of their own. Inside Hana's body, the poison fought the cure. The venom's damage was deep, but the cure worked to heal, cell by cell. Minsuk monitored the data, watching the changes. Her body is accepting the cure. It is bonding with her cells. Yejin smiled for the first time in days. This is a good sign. Hana opened her eyes slowly. It hurts, but I feel better. Jisoo squeezed her hand. You're stronger than you think. But the battle inside was far from over. Outside the ship, the forest grew quiet. The hunters were still a threat, but for now they had not returned. Hana spent time walking the forest floor, feeling the earth beneath her feet. She watched the plants glow softly in the dark, a strange beauty in this alien place. Jisoo joined her on a quiet night. How does it feel to be healing? Hana looked at him, thoughtful. It feels like hope, but I am afraid. Afraid of what? Jisoo asked. Afraid that the cure is not enough, that the poison will return stronger. Jisoo nodded. We will fight that together. As the cure worked inside Hana's body, Minsuk made an important discovery. The cure is changing her, he explained to the team. Her venom is becoming less deadly. The poison inside is weakening. Hana smiled faintly. Then I am healing. But the cure came with a cost. Minsuk warned. Her body is rejecting some parts of the venom. This causes pain and weakness. Yejin added. We must watch her closely. The cure can save her, but it could also harm her if it pushes too hard. Jisoo looked at Hana with concern. You must rest and let the cure do its work. Hana nodded. I will try. The peace did not last long. One morning, the ship's sensors detected movement nearby. The hunters had found them again. This time they came with machines designed to capture Hana alive. Jisoo ordered the crew to prepare defenses. Hana stood tall, ready to fight despite her weak body. The hunters landed, their weapons scanning the forest. Taekyung stepped forward, his voice cold. Hana, surrender now. Your people's poison will be ours. Hana growled. You will never have me. The battle began once more. Hana fought with all her strength. Her claws slashed and her venom bit, but the cure made the venom less deadly. Gakdi no. Hunters were confused. Their weapons were less effective against her now. Jisoo and the crew fought bravely to protect Hana and the ship. In the heat of the fight, Hana was cornered by a hunter armed with a powerful stun gun. The weapon fired, and Hana collapsed, her body weak from the cure's side effects. Jisoo rushed to her side. No, stay with us, Hana. Yejin injected an emergency antidote, and Hana slowly regained consciousness. The hunters saw their chance and tried to capture her, but the crew fought back fiercely. Finally, the hunters retreated, defeated but angry. Back on the ship, Hana rested. Minsuk studied her condition carefully. The cure is working, but it is a difficult process. Hana nodded weakly. I feel the poison fade, but I am tired. Jisoo sat by her side. You are a warrior, Hana. You will survive. Hana smiled faintly. I hope so. The team worked to improve the cure, making it stronger and gentler on Hana's body. Hana grew stronger each day, but the poison was still inside, waiting to return. One night, Hana told Jisoo a secret. My people once had a ritual to control the poison, she said softly. It was dangerous, but it kept the venom in balance. Jisoo listened carefully. Can you teach us? Hana nodded. If we can combine the cure with the ritual, we may have a chance. Together, they prepared for the ritual. Hana stood in the center of the ship's medical bay, surrounded by the crew. She closed her eyes and began to chant in her native language. A soft light surrounded her as the poison inside her body responded. The pain was strong, but Hana stayed focused. The crew watched in awe as the venom and cure battled inside her. Minutes later, Hana opened her eyes, clear and strong. "The ritual worked," she said. "The poison is controlled." Jisoo smiled with relief. "You did it." But the victory was short-lived. The hunters launched a final attack, larger and more powerful than before. The ship shook as weapons hit its hull. Jisoo ordered all hands to battle stations. Hana fought fiercely, her venom now controlled but still dangerous. The crew worked together, using every weapon and strategy to defend the ship. After a long fight, the hunters were forced to retreat. In the quiet after the battle, Hana stood on the ship's deck, looking at the stars. She felt the poison. Inside her, now a faint shadow. Jisoo joined her. "You are free from the curse." Hana smiled. "For now." Jisoo placed a hand on her shoulder. "We will find a way to make it permanent." Hana looked up at the sky. Together. The poison was still there, but Hana was no longer its victim. She was its master, and with her new friends by her side, she believed the future held hope. The sky above the ship was filled with stars, calm and peaceful, but inside Hana, a storm still raged. The venom that once controlled her was now quieter, but it was still there, alive and dangerous. The cure had given her hope, but the choice ahead was harder than ever. Jisoo stood beside her on the deck, looking at the stars. "Hana, you have come so far. The cure is working. You are stronger than any of us dreamed." Hana nodded slowly. "Yes, but the venom inside me, it is not gone. It is still part of me." Jisoo's eyes were soft. "We will keep working. You are not alone." Hana looked at him, a sad smile on her lips. "I know, but I must decide soon. The hunters will return, and when they do, they will want more than just to capture me. They want my poison." Jisoo's jaw tightened. "We will stop them." Hana shook her head. "This is more than fighting. It is about what I become. The venom is a curse, but it is also a source of power." Inside the lab, Min-seok and Yejin worked together on the next step of the cure. They were close to making it permanent, but the process was risky. Min-seok explained, "The venom is linked to her DNA. To fully cure her, we must rewrite parts of her genes. It is like changing who she is." Yejin added, "If we do not do it carefully, Hana could lose more than just the poison. She could lose her strength, her senses, maybe even her mind." Jisoo looked at them seriously. "We must tell Hana the truth." That night, the crew gathered in the ship's main room. Jisoo spoke. "Hana, the cure can be permanent, but it will change you. You may lose your venom, your claws, your powers." Hana listened quietly. "And if I do not take the cure?" Min-seok answered, "The poison will grow. It will harm you, and it will harm others if you lose control." Hana closed her eyes, thinking. The venom was a part of her, but it was also a danger. Days passed as Hana considered her choice. She trained with the crew, testing her strength without using her venom. She walked in the forest, listening to the wind and the sounds of life around her. She remembered her people, the pain of losing them and the curse that changed everything. One night, Hana stood alone under the stars. She whispered to herself, "Am I the curse or the cure?" The hunters returned. This time, their ship was massive, filled with soldiers and machines built for war. Jisoo ordered the crew to prepare for battle. The ship was ready, but the fight would be hard. Hana stood in the center, feeling the venom stir inside her. The poison warned her, promised power, whispered to bite back harder. She clenched her fists. No. The battle began with thunder and fire. Hana fought with all her strength, her claws flashing in the night. The hunters tried to trap her, but Hana was faster. Jisoo and the crew used every weapon to protect her. But the poison inside Hana began to flare. Her body trembled. Jisoo shouted. Hana, control it! Hana growled, fighting the venom's rage. She bit one hunter, and the venom spread, but this time she controlled it. She pushed the poison out like a shield, protecting herself without hurting others. The hunters saw it was useless to fight. Their leader, Taekyung, called for retreat. This is not over, Hana. We will return. The hunters fled, their ships disappearing into the stars. After the battle, Hana sat quietly. Jisoo came to her. You did it. You controlled the venom. Hana looked at him. I fought the poison inside me and won, but it is still there. Jisoo smiled gently. You don't have to fight alone anymore. The time had come for Hana to make her choice. The crew waited as Minseok prepared the final cure. Hana looked at the vial in Minseok's hand. She thought of her people, the pain, the poison, the power. She thought of Jisoo, Yejin, Minseok, and the crew who had become her family. With a deep breath, Hana spoke. I will take the cure. I want to be free. Minseok nodded and began the process. The cure worked slowly. Hana's body changed. The venom retreated. Her claws became softer, her eyes less wild. She felt pain, but also relief. Days later, Hana stood on the deck, looking at her reflection. She saw herself, no longer a Beastwoman, but something new. Jisoo joined her. You are brave, Hana. You saved yourself. Hana smiled softly. I am not just the cure. I am also the future. The crew gathered around, hope shining in their eyes. Together they looked to the stars. The poison was gone, but the memory remained, and Hana knew she was stronger because of it. The hunters would return one day, but Hana was ready. She was no longer a victim of venom. She was a symbol of hope, a fighter for her people and her new family, and the stars above promised new beginnings.